Good morning, good afternoon, good evening wherever you are. The stream is about to start. Grab your favorite drink. Sit back and relax. You're chilling with HexAsians. With your host, Crypto Vince, Uncle Kevin Hex, and Middle Class Working Man.
HexAsians, nice.
Boom, konbanwa.
Boom.
What's happening?
What's
What's
up,
up,
everybody?
Oh, no, actually, I do have to represent D-Raj. He's not here with us today, so definitely namaste for you, brother.
Yeah, namaste.
Yeah, and Papa B will join us a little later. He's got business to attend. It's all nice and good.
Nice.
Uh,
No Uncle
right.
Kevin, huh?
Sorry?
No Uncle Kevin
Kev.
today?
No Uncle Kevin? Oh, yeah. Yep. He might join. Who knows?
How about Wales?
Marion, get in.
Oh yeah,
No
Wales.
idea.
Shoot. Let's see. Let me see if I can shoot Wales a quick.
That's okay. Hey, before we start, I think we've got 16 live viewers at the moment, so that's okay. We'll just take our time. I might as well take this time to shout out a couple of new people that we have. Hopefully to see them on stream. I've got Black Swan. Shout out to you. Oh, by the way, Black Swan, thanks for doing the new intro. So there's a new intro coming. I don't know where we should deploy it. Should we deploy in the show? Or maybe for Hex Japan, I don't know. Miss Exquisite waiting for you. You compete. You're going to need a new computer. So that's that. Let's see. Who else did I miss?
Hobo Sermon.
Hobo. That's right. Hobo Sermons. New Hexagon, I believe.
Yep.
Crypto King. That's one of your onboards.
Another musician added to the group of fine musicians we already have in the Hex community. So welcome to Hobo Sermons. Check out his channel. I mean, he does live shows, some original music, and a lot of covers. But he's been shouting out HexAsians and HexAsians on a couple of his streams. So
nice. I think just to add, he lives in Thailand, I think.
Right.
And I would love for him to come on and strum a guitar. That'll be nice, isn't it? Something different for a change.
Together with D-Raj.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
We'll
Yeah, they can team up.
Single
break the internet. Or set all-time highs. Who knows? We'll see. Shout out to Miyamoto as well. Hexagon streamer as well. I think he's half Japanese, half Brit, if I'm not mistaken. So we'll hey Miyamoto, if you're listening, just DM us at HexAsians on Twitter. I think I've seen you on Twitter. Just DM us and we'll let you into our little crew here. And yeah, just come on live and say hi. Really, that's it. Let's see what else. Do we have any more? Sorry, just going through my little checklist. I think that's it. Don't know if I missed anyone.
Rogue News. I don't know if there's that the
yeah.
part you wanted to mention too.
You can take this one. I'll bring it up on screen.
Well, Rogue News. Everybody knows that CJ, the producer for Rogue News, is a Hexican, and he's been on several of our Friday night hangouts on the Discord Syndicate, and we worked it out to where we wanted to get some Hexagons on their channel. So it ended up being David Feeder, Wales Only, RG3 came on for a few minutes, and myself, and we really killed it. So if you haven't watched that episode on Rogue News, check it out. It's really good. And to follow on to that, I believe it's going to be a monthly show with the Hexagons on Rogue News. So that's good. That's good stuff.
Wow, good stuff. All right, let's see. Who else do we have? Let's see. Anything else for housekeeping? Let me just go through the chats really. Actually, no. Crypto King, anyone? So any housekeeping stuff we want to do, our shout outs or anything worth mentioning?
I guess we could talk about Frank's and the work he's doing with his website with the different languages that we're trying to get translated into different languages. So Frank's got a wonderful website that's still in the works, but so far it looks like work in progress, looking good. So good on you, Frank.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm still working on. I'm still working on the website. I think we're currently looking for Tagalog, so translation into Tagalog and in Philippine and Japanese. I think Japanese. I think is Miss Exquisite. She's going to do that.
Yeah.
Tagalog and Philippine. So we need some of the HexAsians who can translate into Tagalog and Philippine. And then if that's possible, please hit us up or hit me up under Nex and Frank on Twitter. And then I will get in touch with you somehow. And we can arrange something. Yeah, it's literally, I don't know, I would say probably around 100 to 150 words translation into different languages. Everything is given in English, and then you literally just translate into Tagalog or Philippine. If possible. Well, thank you.
D wants to know what you're drinking, so I think middle class, I think you might have something.
Water.
Well, I suppose from nutrition value is 0, but hydration value is 100%, right? So good stuff. Yeah, D, I thought we could do like a little, not so much of a showdown, but I've obviously spent some money, or and bought myself a drink. So I'm drinking Ramune tonight, and I can.
What is that?
Ramune.
Nice.
Yeah, it's got a little marble in there.
Oh, the little
like
marble.
Yeah, marble
there
drink.
You go, yeah,
that's the one.
You got to pop it.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Nice.
Love ramen. That's the good stuff.
Yeah. Let me see. I don't think I've got much going on at the moment. Let me have a look at the chat. Marion couldn't sleep this morning, so come on over. You got the link. Come on over. Don't turn the camera on. It's fine. No makeup required.
No filter required.
No filter.
No filter. That's it. T-Shares. How are you, buddy? What?
Talk about T-shirts. Sorry, keep going. Oh, wait on.
The nuke.
No, not the nuke. Not the nuke. No, something else.
Oh, okay.
That poor shark.
Yep. A vortex hexagon pulse chain. What? Sorry. Let me get this right. Pulse chainarian the first. Wow, what a long one. Oh god. Morning to you.
Creative with the names.
Sandy B.
Miyamoto's there.
Yeah, he's on.
Oh, is he?
I texted him. Yeah, he's coming. Yeah.
Oh,
Nice.
He's coming on
Hi,
stream. I see him in the chat.
Yeah, I texted him to come. So if he's here, yeah, please invite him. Yeah.
Oh, did I? Hang on, just let me make sure. Hang on, is he in the room?
Yeah, he's. Or
Never.
he's not
No,
in the
he's
room.
not in the room. Yeah, I thought he was in the room. It's like, oh, I was looking at what's going on. That's okay. Let's have a look. Who else? Oh, T-Bird, of course. BP Shogun. Yeah, you guys should do like a Hex Japan meetup, right? You've got quite a bit of people there.
Yeah, I think Miss Exquisite put something in the Hex Japan chat on Telegram about, hey, let's do a meetup and let's pick a place and let's just get it done. So if you're in the Hex Japan chat, yeah, if you want to do a Hex Japan meetup, just let's pick a place, Yokohama or Tokyo, and let's get it done. Hang out.
Cool.
Nice.
Let me see who else.
I did order in preparation for that. I did order some of the merch from Hex Merch. I bought the Hex.com flag and the PulseChain.com flag. So if we end up doing a meetup, I would like to see if I can hang it up at the yeah. There you go.
Fly it or I was about to say something really inappropriate because you work at the base. I was like, go jump onto a USS Destroyer and just fly the flag.
Yeah, hell yeah.
But anyway, it's all good.
Oh, he said Miyamoto said he can't make it today, but next week. Okay.
Yeah, all good, man.
And he's drinking Oh wait, somebody said something about Calpis. Oh, Miss Exquisite's favorite drink is Calpis.
Hey, Papa B.
Hey, Papa, what's going on?
What's happening?
I heard you guys mention Yokohama, so I thought that it was fitting that in Yokohama you can still grab a nice hot bowl of shark fin soup, which I don't approve of.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, sorry to break it to you, Papa. That's like one of my favorites, but I haven't had it for years.
Yeah.
You can, I like to do a lot of diving's my thing, so when I find a white tip or a black tip, I just go, wow, man, this is great. I have no interest in eating you today.
Yeah.
Beautiful creatures.
Yeah,
and sure. I assume he turns around and bite you?
No.
No,
the tigers would. The tigers, you turn around.
Yes.
Don't let them out of your sight. Yeah, little bastards. That one you can eat. Why don't you just eat the tigers?
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure the fin's going to be any good. I'm no shark fin connoisseur. So I can't tell you.
Yeah.
Me
neither. I've only had it at the odd like Chinese wedding.
Yes,
occasionally, like
good old Chinese wedding.
Yeah, last time I had it was like 15 years ago.
What's so special about it?
It's just kind of a stringy mass.
No idea.
Yeah, soup. It doesn't add anything at all.
It's supposed to have some health properties or something like that.
Yeah, it's not even really that tasty.
Pop your vitamin C and vitamin D and vitamin A and vitamin whatever the fuck and stop eating sharks, man.
Yeah.
Although a shark steak is a delicious thing.
That I've never had.
Oh yeah. Australia. I was in Australia and also UK when they couldn't get cod. When it became difficult to get cod, they started using shark, and they call it in Australia. It's called flake. Flake is shark. So whether you know it or not, you eat it all the time. Yeah.
I didn't know.
Yeah. Crypto 303 saying swordfish steak.
Swordfish steak.
Swordfish is it's delicious until you consider that it's a top apex predator and you've got the most mercury in a swordfish steak. So it's like, damn, I can't get away from this stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, bioaccumulation of mercury is never good.
No.
Yeah, that's the start of dementia and all the other stuff that comes with it.
Oh, insanity, basically.
Yeah.
Everything's bad if you start taking
What's
too
a
much mercury.
lemon shark?
Yeah.
Lemon shark, it makes its own beautiful glaze. It tastes very citrusy. No, just kidding, of course. And of course, I'm just joking. No, lemon shark.
Just making it up.
Lemon shark's a variety of shark, and they also tour around the reefs, close to the reefs. They're quite big, actually. They can get anyway.
All right, all good. Hey, talking about steak. Whose steak's this?
Oh,
Oh, that was mine
Delicious.
last night. Last night's dinner in Yokohama,
Nice.
a place called Midtown BBQ. It was great.
Oof.
Looks straight American.
Yeah, actually, the guy
Yeah.
it was
Probably is.
an American guy in the behind the counter. So I was like, wow, this
Fries look perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but it must be expensive though over there, yeah.
Yeah.
The whole thing cost me about 10,000 yen for 4 people. So that's about
It's not bad.
not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Look at
that's the different menu items they have.
Ooh, the pulled pork sandwich. Yeah, man.
Okay.
And tacos, yeah, up in there in the top right.
There's tacos.
Pulled pork tacos.
Salad and chips. We got.
See,
you guys making me hungry right now.
Yeah, the reason I'm late is because we went on a quest to go to Guzman y Gomez, and that's from you. You guys in Australia should know that chain.
Yeah.
Yeah,
tacos.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
It's
For tacos,
like-
I'm guessing.
Yes, yes. It's great. It's like one of the only good chains in Tokyo that serves real good Mexican food by way of Australia. So it's a very interesting kind of switch up. But I definitely approve, seeing that my family has a real hankering for that. So we went like an hour and a half to go get our food tonight, and that's why I'm late.
Did you get
Yeah,
the
I like
chili
that
sauce?
Which one?
Did you get the chili sauce with it?
Oh, of course. You get the smoked chipotle stuff and also the habanero.
Nice.
Oh, beautiful.
Nice, yeah.
So you go there too?
Yes, sir. Yeah, not very often because you got so many other stuff in here. But yeah, I've been there. I think probably 3 times since they opened. So yeah.
Oh, so happy. It's like you live like 20 years in a place where you have no Mexican food at all that's worth a damn. Then all of a sudden one day it's like decent and you're like, this is the best Mexican food I've ever had in my life.
You're like in love.
Yeah. Like Carl's Jr. is another example. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
'cause you didn't
look
get
at
it
all this
there.
delicious stuff. I'll take.
Looks
Are you
amazing.
taking orders, King? Are you gonna be?
I would take the chicken and ribs right there. To be
They-
honest.
yeah, the chicken and
Me
ribs
too.
was good. Yeah, my son. That's
Yeah.
when my son had the chicken and ribs. But they did have a Wagyu A5 prime rib, and it was 14,500 yen for if I was going to get that. So maybe next time.
That's okay. That's not too bad for Wagyu.
It's a minor hex flex.
What's nice is the
Oh,
photo
wow.
actually matched up to the menu. The photo you took matched up to the menu, whereas some
Yeah.
places,
Yeah.
what you see on the billboard or
Yeah, that.
it's
Yeah,
not the
you see
same
the
thing.
picture. Yeah, you see the menu, and then my actual item that I ate looked just like the menu picture.
It's probably
Is that what
better.
you're talking about?
It's probably better, yeah. But some places, yeah, they manipulate the images to look better, right?
It's
Yeah,
just
that's
missing a
right.
bottle of QP mayo.
Oh, shut up.
Yeah, there you go.
No.
Yeah, when it comes to food, Japan doesn't mess around with presentation and even their little fake rubbery food that they have out in front of the restaurants that's displayed.
those
looks
are great.
edible. So
Yeah.
So King,
be
you
on
have
point.
a birthday today. Is this your birthday dinner you had?
yeah, that was the end of my birthday week. My birthday was on Wednesday. Crossed over I'm 49. Yeah, that was a breakfast.
Oh, nice.
Happy birthday. Great.
That was at I think if Papa B's been to this restaurant, they all look the same inside. The Hoshino coffee drip, the hand drip coffee place.
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
Hoshino coffee. Yeah, that's a good joint.
But what is that like? Cylinder of dough that you have in front of you?
Yeah, they're
Pancakes.
like 2 pancakes. They're like
Giant
really.
pancake.
They have like a nice crust on the outside, but inside is like really fluffy and soft. So
That looks really
just the way
good.
you like them.
Oh yeah.
Thick
no.
pancakes.
Yeah, they're
I
good.
love thick pancakes.
And,
You guys got
drizzle.
Bills down there, right? We got Bills in Tokyo now too.
Oh yeah, the steak joint. Yeah.
Yeah, you got the one that makes the pancakes for dessert. Oh man.
Wow. And then they also have Hungry Tiger too. Yeah.
Hungry Tiger in Japan.
Yeah. Yeah.
Since when?
Since a long time.
Wow.
There's a couple.
Haven't
There's a
seen
couple
one.
around. Yeah.
This coffee looks good too. You said it was hand dripped. Like,
Yeah.
How does that work? It's just the
I guess them
The little
pouring it
device.
over the little filter.
Pouring over
thing,
the
I guess.
filter.
It's the slow
Yeah.
drip filter, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we
slow
do with the
drip filter,
Vietnamese
yeah.
coffee too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, love
Yeah, it's
Vietnamese
great.
coffee. Yeah.
D-Raj says that vegans have a hard time finding food in Japan. Yes, and it's even a bigger pain in the ass for people that host vegans coming to Japan. So what you do as a host is you just simply lie to them. That's basically what you do. You say, here's some ramen. They're like, oh, this is delicious. The best vegan noodles I've ever had in my life. Yeah, you keep going with that. Nice bone meal that you're enjoying, slurping into your mouth. Yeah.
Is
No harm,
that
no
like
foul.
is this like a trick or something to get them out the country or something? I don't know.
Indian food you can go to, and you show them the vegan Indian food, and that's all they. Well, you don't want to eat Indian food again. Where's the Japanese food? How about some nothing else?
Fair enough. Whose breakfast is this?
I think the
What is it?
Crypto Kings? Or,
Was it Crypto King? Yeah.
Is that a
Looks like
fly or a
meatballs on
roach
it.
on that piece of toast there?
Yeah, that's Hamburg steak with an egg and two.
Oh,
pieces
Hamburg
of
steak.
toast.
That's what.
A
Yeah,
Hamburg steak. Okay.
love that.
It's just
They
a
call
little
it meatballs.
crispiness on the bread. That's not.
That black thing is suspicious.
You think it's a beetle or something? I think it's just burnt bread, the toast,
roach.
but it's in a specific area, so you might be onto something.
That's a complimentary fly.
Yeah, just the extra protein boost.
Yeah, there you
We
go.
added for you.
Oh boy. Did you know, and this is a stupid factoid, did you know that 30%, 30, and this is, they've stopped doing it so much anymore because it was just stupid. But did you know 30% of Southern California citrus crops, and we're talking about the lemons specifically, end up as garnish on Japanese plates in restaurants and completely not consumed?
Wow.
It's a waste.
It's a waste.
Oh, wow.
They've changed it a little bit, but yeah, when I came to Japan, I'm like, why is there a lemon slice on everything that I order?
And no one uses it.
No one uses it. It's like the
Just decoration.
lengthwise slices. Yeah, it's stupid, right?
Yeah.
Could use it for the water or something.
Yeah, you could. It would be nice if they did, but because the
Flavor up the water for sure.
Sure. Oh, classy. They got the lemon slice in the water.
Rather than throwing in the garbage or the compost.
For sure.
Oh, that was today, yeah, lunchtime.
Yeah, this is Miss Exquisites, I think.
Oh, that looks so good.
Lunch.
Oh.
That's tuna tempura
heavy.
with the melon rice, of course. I'm guessing that's miso soup.
Some soup.
Yeah,
miso, yeah.
Veggies.
Sorry.
Croutons in it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Whales in the building.
Good morning, guys, or good evening.
Wales.
Hey,
Good evening, Whale.
Morning, Will.
How you guys doing?
great, brother. Great show you had earlier or
Yeah.
yesterday for you.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
It was
Yeah,
good stuff.
it was a good one, man. Just a little discussion on market sentiment and why it matters and why, when you look at Hex, it always seems like people are like bullish, right? But when you sit there and you break down like all the elements of Hex and what goes on within the system and the game theory and all of these elements, right? It kind of makes you just want to stare at food pics all day because you understand you can just relax.
Exactly.
We were thinking about this.
Yeah, it's funny, but it's true, right? I mean, where else can you literally go and see somebody on stream doing this kind of thing? Nowhere. And I think there's a reason for that.
Do you notice the hexagonal plate in the upper right? See, we got the theme.
It's all set by nature. There's nothing we can do. It's just gonna be what it's gonna be. I mean, this is crazy, man. Look at this. Jesus. Just deliciousness.
Yep. We were mentioning earlier about your appearance on Rogue News, how
yes.
awesome of a show that was as well.
Yeah, it was a good show. We're working on being over there at least once a month, talking Hex. So we're really gonna try to start branching out, right? We've always known we've not talked in an echo chamber. Now we're gonna try to make an effort to make that a reality in terms of how we stream, right? We've already had a person outside the community come on to Wake Up Hex. Crypto Cabana also did the same thing, interestingly enough, during the same week. And so we're just gonna try to, get the message out there, right? Outbound messaging. We talk about it all the time. We do it in a lot of ways, and I guess it's time to start doing it in a streaming fashion. So stay tuned because it's been going good so far.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I mean, again, it's about education, and we all need it one way or the other. So we should just share it. Right.
Good shit. Everyone's food this week is just so good.
Oh yeah.
Mine's
Let's talk about those fluffy pancakes.
Oh yeah.
You want the fluffy pancakes? All right. Let's do fluffy pancakes.
There we
go.
He was already ready. He was already ready.
There you go.
Yep.
Yep.
Extra
Fluffy
thick just for
damn
you, Wells. Extra thick, brother.
Yeah.
You can say fluffy
with two
damn
C's.
steaks.
Right, pancake steaks, right?
Yeah.
I never
Stack
seen a
'em up,
pancake
steak
like
'em
that
up.
though.
Yeah, me either. That was a first for me.
And
That
you're a
was the
proud
best.
Hexican. Look at
Right.
that, man.
Yeah. I mean,
So that was a visualization. Sorry, of
No,
two t-shirt
Right.
steak pancakes.
Yeah.
And the butter is the EES bonus that you got today.
oh man,
Yeah, there you go.
jeez, yo, yesterday. So, did you guys talk about that yet?
Not yet,
Not
but
yet,
yeah,
not
let's
yet.
Oh,
we
we're
could roll right into
warming
it.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is
There
you go.
crazy.
That was crazy. I mean, we looked at the address, and the net seems to be that was a gift because the activity just it's not consistent with a hack. It's really not.
Yeah, this
But-
doesn't make sense.
Hold on a second. I agree with you. It's looking more and more like some kind of weird anomaly. However,
Yeah,
this
it's
stuff
weird.
started 18 days prior from that same address. They took all the liquid out first, and then it kind of paused, and then they went after the stakes, or that person decided to early end stake. But really, I mean, I think it's like 33 of one, 66 of another. I don't know exactly what it is. I guess I'm leaning more toward it was a definite event that they wanted to do.
It's crazy. I mean, if they wanted to change the narrative about what was going on within the X community, they literally did, because nobody's talked about anything else.
Yep.
This has been the topic of discussion because it's crazy. I mean, this is.
That's the
Go ahead.
all-time high of a daily
Yeah.
payout. Was
Yeah,
set
I was-
today
Yeah.
or yesterday.
Yeah, I was gonna go into some numbers. Yeah, this is 4.2 times bigger than the average, which
Yeah.
has been 5.8 for a
Yeah.
while. I
What do you
mean-
think about possible divorce settlement?
Oh man, you know what? That I don't think we've ever even considered that. So, anything's possible because it's decentralized. You can do whatever you want. So maybe it's something that whoever came to terms too, right? I mean, that was a lot of money. So
Oh yeah.
I mean, 250. So the hex payout, the systemic quantity was 256 million hex. 256 million. It's typically 63, 64 million. So that's like 6 times just on the total systemic payout, versus the average. It's crazy, man. I mean, this is why you stake, right? This is why you try to do 5, right? You try to hang on as long as possible. I mean, the APY just based on this data alone. I mean, it's just crazy. It was 155%. The payout in terms of dollars was $4.63 per T-share. So yesterday was crazy, man. A lot of people got a lot of money yesterday, and that's the luxury of being staked. You don't have to worry, right? It removes that element of downside surprise, and it really just lays into what you can attain from just being staked, right? And
Yep.
I mean, the numbers are crazy. The numbers are crazy for a reason. So
that's another stream of income, basically.
yeah,
On top of the interest you're earning, another stream of income is penalties.
yeah, and as you guys can see, it's pretty big. Because that's an important piece to this puzzle that we have going on here that most people don't understand. I mean, how crazy is it that when we talk about the APY, it's not even a real number because it's more. Just regardless of the time frame, right? Because the time frame for the past 30 days, if you look on Staker app, is 11.8 or so % APY, right? That's the yield that the system has been giving to stakers, right? And the reality is that it's greater than that. Whether it's by 10 basis points or 2%, doesn't matter, because what matters is being staked, right? If you're staked and you understand the name of the game, you're not just staked for a year, you're staked across time at a minimum, right? And that's how you can at least do yourself the favor of sustaining some type of inflation protection over time, right? And that's the same thing as being exposed to T-shares now, because we've changed the definition of what is happening and what's a good financial system and all of these things, right? That just aren't, they're just not, known or common. And that's a great comment by D, because it was like a gift. It was a big payday gift for sure. So,
speaking of gifts, one of our other great Hexagons, Brian of High Impact Flicks, he DM'd me on Twitter saying, "Hey, I looked at my wallet recently and I noticed I have 100,000 hex that's not staked." And I'm like, "Well, that's kind of weird. Can you throw your address into Etherscan and let's take a look?" And 10 days ago, someone, great Hexagon or whoever they were, sent Brian 100,000 hex. So he tweeted out saying that he wants to thank whoever that was personally. But I mean, I don't know how we'll figure out who it was or if someone wants to come forward. But I mean, that's the Hex community right there, just doing what we do. And he's very grateful and thankful for that.
Hey, Wales, I'm sorry, King, to cut you off.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Wales, one more thing that we noticed that was a head scratcher for me. Did you notice that the account that the Hex went to, one of the accounts that the Hex went to go sell the Hex on the open market, but they're using a limit sell?
Oh.
What kind of attacker would use a limit sell?
Yeah, that's definitely not a hack.
They just want to get what they
He's
can
like,
and get
I
out of
don't
there.
want to hurt the community. I want to ladder out responsibly. Doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
How far into their stake were they?
I think they got a 10 and a 15-year left, actually.
Yes, they cleared everything up to 10.
It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. I didn't really look at I just looked at the overall activity. I didn't study, because I was just shocked because there's so many transactions. I honestly didn't look if some were big payday, some were not, or pre-big payday or not. Because if they were pre-big payday and they emergency unstake, then that's crazy, right? Because
so that's all that's left. Everything's 2030.
Wow. Oof. Yo, I'm glad I got all mine out of 15 years. Like, when I look at things like that, it just makes me happy that I took the time to understand the system before I actually fully committed. Because, damn, that's going to be a hell of a rip once we hit year 10. And all that inflation starts hitting, man. Oof. Like, we see what the T-shirt rate is doing now. It's literally a hop, skip, and a jump away from 20,000 hex per T-shirt.
20,000 hex.
Yeah, and we thought this was years away. A lot of us didn't think it was coming this quickly, and here it is. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. This system will sit you down because it moves. It really does.
Well, just for fun, if you go to stake Hex today and you just put your numbers in, until 2027, you're already in the millions or so. One or two T-shirts.
Yeah.
Just a crazy payout.
Hey, you know what's funny? Once we all broke the system down and started understanding it, I mean, we tried to explain to people that one T-share will, it will do some damage. One T-share will do some damage. I mean, just look at the payout for yesterday, right? I mean, that was just one day. Imagine all the people that have been here for the for the few tens we've had, and for the various 6 hex payouts we've had, 6 days. You know, we've had days where we get 6 hex per t-shirt in payout terms. I mean, we had like weeks of that at one point, and
I
you're
think
not
the
getting
last,
that.
the last, I think the last. Sorry, keep going.
Oh, you're good. You're good. I was just gonna say, you know, to have that, right? It's not common. And then there was a period of time where we had it for like weeks. We had like two weeks where we were just getting 6 hex a day in payout. I mean, that's not common, you know, and that's a lot of hex, bro. That's a lot of hex, and there's gonna be a whole lot of hex in the future. So,
That's what I just want to ask here.
yeah.
Do you think it's going to be another one that is higher than the current one, which is literally somebody should actually take it?
Look,
Keep track of that.
I don't. The funny thing is, we know, right, that this is literally the biggest. We know, and before that,
Until now,
biggest, the biggest one was the one before this one, and then before that one, the biggest one was the one before that one. So it seems like, because that's the thing. Sometimes we'll have instances where it looks like a hack, and we were never really sure that it was or wasn't. So this isn't the first time that this happens, right? I mean, I think one of those days where we had a 10 hex plus payout per t-shirt, I think one of those days might have been something like today, and I just never looked into it that well. Because I mean, at the end of the day, you know, if it's not clear, it's hard to tell, right? And that's, I think, the hard thing. But I think with this one, the transactions were so weird that it had to be, you know, like this just leads us to have to believe it was not a hack because of the activity before, during, and after. Because it was like, when I saw a few stakes going to 0, I was like, oh, whoa, this is a hack. But then when I gave the whole thing a look, it became clear that this can't be a hack because, one, why would they be ending stakes with little ROI on the downside, right? Like, there was a lot of stakes that were just -5, -6%, -4%. You know, they're not taking a hit really because the gains have been ridiculous. So whether they're losing something, and this is the thing people don't really think about, right? This is why it could easily be a gift. I mean, what other network has this kind of shit going on? Right? This is the thing people don't want to understand. Like, we are not the rest of the space. We are superior, period. And it's not to be, you know, snobby or anything. It's just true. It is just true, and we can dictate it to be true by the actions taken in the community. What's going on, brother?
HexAsians.
Yeah, shout out to him.
What's up?
He's relatively new. Shout out to him.
Hi everyone, can you hear me?
Yeah,
Let him
Got you.
What's up, gentlemen?
Doing well, brother.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Okay.
Man, first
Hey,
of all, I want to. Can I start off by thanking Wales, brother?
No.
You
You may not.
No, you can't.
Stop.
No, before you
mean-
do that, no, hang on. Before you do
Hold
that,
on.
please introduce yourself first. That's all. And then
Absolutely.
do it. Yes.
So I'm from the Middle East. All right, so I've always kept track of the U.S. markets and everything that's going around because I've got a master's of business administration in finance. So I've always kept an eye on all the markets. So I know I've narrated to you guys on Telegram, but just for the audience that's watching, I was sitting on my couch watching Crypto News and Richard shows up on that. And I literally didn't know who Richard was before that. And I'm not even kidding. And I've been in the crypto space since 2017, so you can imagine. And that was the first time I heard Richard stating that Hex is decorrelated from the market. And that was it, man. I mean, I heard that and I jumped out of the seat. I was like, that's not possible. Because we know how the whole you know how the whole crypto market works, right? Everything is freaking correlated, man. The US stock market dumps, crypto dumps, the dollar goes up into a bull run, and the entire crypto market goes into a bear market. So we know all that shit. So when I first heard Richard say that, I'm like, that is not possible. You're telling me there's a token out there that's decorrelated from the entire market. So I started doing my research, and the first video, fortunately, I came across was a Quant Gang video with Rails only showing his decorrelation chart. And I'm like, shit, this is insane. I mean, I was sold right there. I didn't even have to do further research, but I was like, no, I have to pick this thing apart and get into details. And I actually, on the next Quant Gang video, I commented on the video asking Wales about the log phase 2 system. And that's when Wales, you said that, hey, brother, why don't you just go and check out my first video upload? Because I had no idea that you actually covered this topic. So I'm like, okay. So I went back and I checked your first video, sat through that entire thing, and I was like, what can I sell to get into this, man? I swear to God, I was like,
Start with your fingers first.
Yeah, I live in here in the Middle East in Dubai. So I had my Mercedes S-Class and my Hexflex, guys, I mean, people who are listening, my Hexflex says I sold my S-Class, took the cash and dumped it straight into X. That's my Hexflex.
That is a nice Hexflex.
That's the Hexflex right there.
I know people are posting like Lamborghinis and all of that stuff, Hexflex, but man, my Hexflex is I did the exact opposite. I was really passionate about my S-Class. I really saved up, worked my ass off to get that car in the first place. I've been in the IT industry for 15 years now. And man, I didn't even think twice before selling it. I was like, screw this depreciating asset. I'm getting right into Hex.
It's kind of a smarter Hexflex.
Yeah, T-shares. His Hexflex
getting more hex, man. Getting more hex. That's smart. So.
And real seriously, brother, need to thank you. I think my coming generations are gonna thank you for the work you've put in. I really think you're really unappreciated in terms of within the Hexagon community and outside what you've done. And believe me, if it wasn't for your videos and the way you explain things, I would not have bought into Hex, even though people would tell me it's decorrelated, because sometimes you need that clarity, right, in terms of someone unlocking it for you and how the math actually works. And I've really burned my fingers trading in the crypto market. So this is like Hex is a beautiful product, man. I just do not understand why people are selling. Okay, fine. If it's like people that got in early, they're just peeling off their
interest,
not the principal. Yeah, their yield, right?
Their yield, right?
Yeah. By all means, go ahead and do that. That's what the system is designed for, right? We're not gonna ultimately sit on Hex forever. I mean,
you can't. That's the thing. You cannot. You're right. Like T-shares are finite. You can only hold them for 15 years. That's it.
Yeah.
And it's a sad statement because we wish we could hold them for more. And I think everybody on this panel right now agrees. Like, who wants to let go of the ever printing money printer, right?
Yeah. And the thing that you covered beautifully in your first video, and which I'm also personally a firm believer in, even before I saw your video, because I believe in the network effect, right? You look at Facebook, Google, Amazon, anything, and all the billionaires out there in the world. I mean, how do they bet on a company whether this business is going to do well or not? Ultimately, at the core of it is the network effect, man. Yeah. Because if the product has intrinsic value, like true intrinsic value, I'm not talking about all the shit coins that are out there right now, pump and dump schemes. Like if the product has true intrinsic value, it will attract human participation, period, and organically. Like, you don't even need to market it. If there's true intrinsic value, you will go and promote it to 10 people. Those 10 people, if they find intrinsic value, will go and forward to the next 10 people. That's exactly what happened with my friend circle. Like, I called up like 15 to 20 of my friends, got them on a Zoom call, explained it, showed your decorrelation charts. And man, these guys were non-crypto guys, man. I mean, my circle are completely non-crypto. But when they saw the decorrelation, they all aped in, man. They aped in.
I try to tell people, bro. They don't want to believe me. They really do. Like, people do not want to believe me when I explain to them how important that those two charts alone make everything else irrelevant. Because anybody that's been looking, they're not gonna give a fuck. They're gonna be like, wait, what? This shit is real? No. I mean, look, Imagine being the person that gets motivated to sell a material good that you busted your ass for.
Yeah.
Come on. Like, how much more information do you need? like,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's crazy. It's
like
crazy.
that's a fucking
Man,
story right there, right?
yeah, I mean, I own a villa here in Dubai. It's a 4 bedroom villa that I again, busted my ass to purchase. I'm literally on the verge of selling it. My wife's not letting me do it. I mean, that's
Oh well, let's not
Don't
fuck
go
up the
homeless,
home just
brother.
yet.
Don't go homeless.
Yeah.
Have a place
I'm
to
like,
live,
you
brother.
I'm like, you freaking pay rent. You have no idea how. I mean, if this thing, and not if, when this thing does what it's
Right.
supposed to do, I
Hell
mean, this
yeah.
is irrelevant, man.
Well, the villa might
Next
be a
week,
little larger in a few
yeah.
years.
Next week, Hexagon's gonna be talking to us from an internet cafe.
Right.
Oh,
Like, yeah, guys,
What you've been
I
sleeping in.
no longer
Got a suite
married.
at the Y. Very nice.
not even a cafe, like in a desert or something. Oh god.
Yeah, I'm not trying to
Everything I
motivate
have
people
is
to.
here. Everything I need is here. It's a
Yeah,
desert. It's it.
yeah.
That's a great story, brother. That's a
That's great.
testimonial right there. You just did for the whole community. That's
yeah.
Yeah,
awesome.
like that. And it's
Yeah.
this shit is dead serious, man. Tell me where else can you find a product where it's truly decentralized, your keys, your coins, and you're just interacting with the contract. Period.
The copy that you're gonna get on Pulse.
Oh, we always
Plus the
forget
cost.
about that. We always
True.
forget
Yeah.
about
That's where you can find it on Pulse Chain copy.
that.
And
Yo,
guys, what I don't understand is, I mean, sorry to cut you off there. I mean,
no, we're good. We're good.
I've been seeing YouTube videos of a couple of Mexicans, I don't know, traders, whatever you call it. They're like, oh, I've got a stop loss at 0.12 or 0.10. If it goes down, I'm going to ape it. And I'm thinking to myself, Hex is not trading at 0.19 right now. Hex is trading at half that value because you're getting your copy. So the stop loss that you're chasing, just freaking buy, man. You're gonna get a copy of THEX anyway, so that's double your bag. So what are you waiting for? And where we're going, it's irrelevant. Like I would be buying Hex once I get enough. Like for example, as time goes on, Hex hits $1, $10, $15. At all those price points, the value proposition of Hex is still there. Like why should I leave fiat lying in my bank account? I don't get it. I just don't get it why people don't understand it.
Well, what it is, I think, is that a lot of people are just misguided, right? And we try to steer that type of misinformation, right? Because for a lot of us, I mean, I don't know if it was like this for you guys, but like when I came into like investing and all this stuff, the idea of delayed gratification is foreign, right? It's not really near and dear to most people's hearts. I don't think. I think it's foreign, right? And this is why we talk about it so much. I mean, who the hell is selling an S class to make an investment? Like that's not typical. That's not normal, right? And I think people just don't grasp the severity in that statement. It's very serious because people are trying to sell their hex to buy X class, right? But then here you have a person that's saying, "Oh no, fuck this S class. I can get 20 of these motherfuckers if I just sell this one." Because
Exactly.
that's ultimately the math, right? And you can't not debate that. And this is the thing that people just don't want to understand, right? This is why hex is the standard. No matter what else is out there, you just have to respect the fact that this set the standard, and that's it. Because now everybody's on their P's and Q's. Everybody's properly educated with respect to what they should be seeing from a cryptocurrency. It's no longer what's your promise? Sounds good. I'm buying. No, no, no. What is the code? Where's the audit? Does it coincide with what your paper says? Does it make sense? That's the standard now, right? So we've changed the game, right? And for the better, because we're tired of seeing people lose their hard earned life savings. And that is common in this space. And that's unfortunate because we have better things to do than see people get wrecked. right? And I think we all agree on that one, no matter what we think about anything. And some people just take it more serious than others. That is all. But getting wrecked is not something that Hexicans like, and that's why we promote Hex. At least I like to think that.
100%, 100%.
I mean, this is superior, bro, for a lot of reasons, and people, right, that understand very simple bits of information don't take long to figure that out, right? It didn't take you long. Once somebody told you, hey, this thing is this, you had to go confirm to see if it was true, and then you
Yeah.
knew what to do.
I mean, see, that's a very valid point you brought up, right, Wheels? And I mean, to everyone who's actually listening to this stream right now, guys, think for yourself, right? Like, for example, when Richard mentioned the decorrelation, I went and cross-verified it. I came across Wales only, saw that entire freaking 3-hour video. Like, I didn't call Hex a scam, right? I was like, let's verify this first, right? If it's true or not. So you have to put in your time. I mean, I'm seeing people come on Hexagon streams, haters doing 10-minute research, like even the guy that was debating with Wales, a couple of days back, I think,
yeah.
Crypto Bo. I mean, he literally said on the stream that, yeah, I spent a few minutes on the website and yeah, I mean, he didn't even know what a T-share was, right? So, for example, I mean, if someone wants to come on and debate with a knowledgeable Hexagon, I mean, and if you're calling something a scam, then I would at least assume you've done your research and you know what a T-share is. I'm sorry, if someone is calling Hex a scam and doesn't know what a T-share is, he's not done his research. Period. I mean, and that comes now that comes back to a very important topic, right? There are two reasons people call something a scam. All right, and I've realized this across my experiences in life. There are only two reasons why someone would call something a scam. The number one reason is that it is a scam, and they're calling it for what it is. The number two reason, and the only other reason, is if that thing is directly affecting their pocket or business model. That's it. So it's either this or that. So it's either a scam or either it's affecting the business model. And if what we're seeing right now, I think in the crypto space is that with so many centralized exchanges that are out there that literally just want people to trade in and out of their positions and get wrecked. Richard has come up with a complete product which is decentralized, actually does not even need a freaking centralized exchange. And he's killing the business model. That's what he's doing. Like once people start realizing what this thing is, and that you never actually even have to look at a centralized exchange, probably apart from the fact that you have to get in with fiat and get off whenever you want to make. So that's it. I mean, that's when people start realizing that fact, I think they're going to start eating it. And I feel that's the reason why all the furus and centralized exchanges are ghosting Hex, because it's directly coming for their pockets now.
Sure is. Good luck. Y'all motherfuckers gonna need it.
That's it.
Yep. You're gonna fucking need it. So good luck. Because what they don't know is the conversations that happen in the background. Right? You're just one person. Right? You're just one person. There are a lot of people out there that don't give a flying fuck about crypto. Don't give a flying fuck about promise coins. They're just looking for a place to park their hard-earned money, their hard-earned value, and they take that shit seriously. They're not out here chasing fucking 2Xs. Period. They're not even out here chasing 10Xs. They're not out here chasing anything, in fact. And what they're doing is promoting capital preservation. Now, what you don't know is that a CD in its plainest, purest form does that by itself, right? There's nothing special about a CD per se. But when you add the layer of hex on top of that reality of what a CD is, because people already understand capital preservation equals CD. This is what you don't know if you're a crypto monkey, right? If you're a person that doesn't know anything and you just think you know some shit because you've been in crypto for a little while, you actually don't know a fucking thing. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. What's wrong is staying there. and taking comments personal because they're not pointed at you. It is what it is, and that's all it is. And hexagons don't do anything but share factual information. So if your butt hurt, you should check your emotions at the door because nobody cares about you or your feelings. We're just sharing information that's beneficial to you. That is all. Because it is,
100%.
yeah, it is beneficial to you. We're already in hex. We don't need to be doing anything. And people really miss that. A lot of people that, I mean, the top left is basically retired. And Papa B, right? Middle class is
Yeah.
retired. Crypto Vince is retired. Papa B is retired. They don't have to be doing anything. They go
Yeah.
out of their way to support people in this community and do whatever it is they do. Right? And people just do not respect that enough, man. They don't. For a fact. There's not even an opinion. They don't. There you go.
Hexagon. So I sold both my BMWs. And
There you go.
until today, until today, I have never replaced those cars because I cannot justify spending any money buying those cars at all.
Preach.
Because I know I can buy, I don't know, I don't know what I can buy. So the sky's the limit. But I did that as well. So we're on the same boat.
Is your vanity plate alloys only one?
Oh, for God's sake.
I saw that. I was like, huh. Oh man, it's so crazy.
The only reason why you could see my plates was because I don't own those things no more. So
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
And just to touch upon Bill's point, right? Even if you look at why the non-hexagon community, and I'm seeing this a lot these days on Twitter, they're getting attracted towards the hexagon community because we are indeed coming and streaming with a pure intention, man. Like, if you look at the Furu videos, they're gonna have clickbait titles. They're gonna do everything possible under the sun so that you come and watch their video. And I remember even BitBoy and what's his name? There's another gentleman, the host of the Best Business Show.
No idea.
I don't know.
Forgetting now. So they were having a debate. I mean, it went viral over Twitter just I think a couple of weeks back, where they were arguing that hey,
I think I seen that clip. I don't know who the other person is, but yeah, I remember the clip. Go ahead, my bad.
Yeah, so they're like, you've got clickbait titles, and this guy's like, no, you put a Bitcoin to $20 million clickbait title.
Yeah,
Like, no, you put XRP 589.
Yeah, that was Pomp.
Yeah, Pomp, exactly. Yes.
Okay.
I can't remember
So,
what it was. Yeah.
and then you compare that with the Hexagon stream, you've got none of that shit. I mean, look at the title of this YouTube stream right now, Hexagon. Grandpa Shark becomes a baby shark. I mean, that's very close to a clickbait title, right?
No, yeah. And you know what's funny? A lot of us at the beginning, at least I used to, and I noticed some others used to, is that we used to try to do the clickbait titles just to get people to fucking, like, I always used to include Bitcoin and Ethereum in my titles, and I just stopped because it was so taxing trying to fucking think of something stupid to come up with. I just like, man, F this. I don't have the patience at the time, I mean, it's like, we don't need to do that. And that's the thing, it's only a matter of time, and what we've seen in this last dip is how impatient people really are and how they're really not about delaying gratification. That's one thing I will say. We had a lot of frauds in this community professing to want to delay gratification, and we can tell by their, on-chain activity, it's not true, right? We don't have to guess. All of those people are now out of the system, and we can see it in the data too, right? And that's the beautiful thing. You just got to go look at the data. All of it's right there. I mean, that's the beautiful thing about Hex, right? On top of everything else, it's literally the most transparent market out there. You can find out anything you want as long as you want to. Where else can you do that?
100%. No wash trading, none of that shit.
No, people don't get that, bro. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Like, that's a big problem. So for all of those that want to actually be on a centralized exchange, you don't know what you're talking about, period. It's not even a debate. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't. If you did, your dumbass wouldn't be saying that shit. Why the fuck you think Richard Hart gives no flying fucks about a centralized exchange? Right?
100%.
Why do hexagons always have to build their own tools? Why? Think about it. We literally have to always stop what we're doing, take our own money, and build our own shit. You know, figure it out because it's gonna continue, and you're gonna get left behind. It's not really there's not even a threat. It's just a fact. Because Hexagons don't care. We're just taking care of business. We're not here to placate anybody, and that's not gonna stop. It's not gonna stop. So, you know, join the winning side, or good luck to you. Because at the end of the day, people want freedom. They do not want to be subject to bullshit. And that's all everything else is. Show me a point in time where anything else has yielded the value that Hex has. I'll wait. Because you're not going to be able to. So,
Doesn't exist.
Doesn't exist. Exactly. I mean, when I figured out what the hell was going on here and I saw what was happening in the community when I first started streaming, I was motivated to stream because I had never done this before, right? It took me like a whole week or two just to be able to do my first stream, just to be able to do one. And people just don't understand why. Like, for a person to come out of nowhere and be motivated to become public just to explain some nonsense that you can fucking Google, you got to understand that there's something going on here. I don't give a fuck about showing my face. I don't give a fuck about your money. I don't give a fuck about your clicks. I don't give a fuck about you. But you need to give a fuck about the information that's being relayed because it's that beneficial to you. Because nobody here actually wants anything from you. How powerful is that?
It's crazy.
People dismiss that.
And this is my first YouTube stream ever in my life. I've never been on YouTube.
There you go. And you're doing great. And you're doing great because it's, again, nobody's selling anything. There's no performance to be had here, right?
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing, man. It's a beautiful thing.
It reminds me
Except
of
for when D-Raj brings out the gold mic. That's kind of a performance.
No, that stands alone. There is no there's nothing for that. That's his own thing. We only in the Hex community can you get something like that. You see what I'm saying? Like, God, man.
You're just a legend, man.
Yo,
but I'm never.
The level of entertainment we get here is crazy. We got man with golden mic, fluffy pancakes. Like, come on.
It reminds me of just this past Friday night hangout when the captain rug pulled us on the effing hangout, and then Timothy Benjamin figured. I mean, he got access to he got permission granted by the captain to run the stream, and Timothy did his first hosting of the effing hangout, and he did brilliantly. We had the Mango Junkie on there. We had Wales. We had I think David Feeder came on with us.
Yeah.
It was awesome. We just kept it on going. Like, captains, doing some business or some personal stuff, we got you. And we just stepped right in there and continued on like nobody missed a thing.
No missed exactly. And I mean, come on. Where else are people just motivated to do things for others with no expectation in return? Where? That I think that again speaks to the type of community that we have here and how things are moving forward, right? We don't need anything from anybody. We don't want anything from anybody. And for those of you looking to extract, we're gonna fucking call you out, and we're gonna expose you because we don't need you. Simple. Nobody over here. I mean, I don't see Richard Hart charging anybody for anything. Why do you think you get to do any of that funky stuff over here? Not happening.
And Wiz, that's the beautiful thing, right? I mean, if you're personally invested in Hex and you've deployed your capital in Hex, you don't need anyone's money, man.
Nope.
I mean, money is no longer a motivating factor for you in that sense, in terms of extracting it from other people, because the contract and code is paying you anyways.
Simple.
Period.
This is a beautiful thing. I mean, I got the
just pure logic, right?
Couldn't have said it better.
Yep.
Well,
someone's phone's going off.
Uh-oh.
Whose phone's that?
David.
Yeah, that's my bad. Yeah.
David.
So what are you doing? Go back to work. You're not retired.
I don't know what number this is. Oh well.
If anybody, does anybody else have any other stories they want to tell us? What's going on in Dave or anybody else? Papa B, you want to say anything?
I've been just staying positive, man, through all this stuff. Watching more content, checking out everybody in the community, man. It's fun. It's good to see Richard Hire on live streams again, honestly.
Oh yeah.
Twice in a week.
Just getting special guests and stuff like that. Seeing him healthy as well, he looks healthier. So
he looks really good.
Yeah.
So I just think we just gotta stay having fun. That's why I like being here. Stay having fun and just gotta wait, man. That's all you gotta do. That's it.
Yep.
That's it, baby.
Yep.
Hey,
Yeah, we got a taste of the real Richard back to his fucking this and fucking.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Hey, I'm happy. Wales, as you pointed out, there's a lot of speculation that maybe this whole thing with the wallet that released, early and staked everything may not have been a hack. But one thing great to come out of this is that, through Twitter, a lot of people started paying attention to maybe I ought to level up my security, right?
Yeah.
Consider this very serious. And that's never a bad thing, right?
No.
I even said, if it in fact is a hack, yes, you ought to take this fucking very seriously, because on a recent poll on Twitter, 55% of Hexicans don't use a hardware wallet. That's like, we got to bring that number up, guys. We got to bring that number up. We got to get
that's
that
criminal,
up.
man.
Yeah. You should really look into getting a hardware wallet. If you haven't ever looked into one before, stick to Trezor, because it's easy and we can support you on the Pulse voice or Pulse video chat. And if not that, then Ledger's fine too. But don't get creative with it, and do look into it now. Order yourself 2 if you've done some sacrifice, or if you've got some stakes, get 2 of them, because you're going to want to do a migration and also get a Vault wallet set up. That's my 2 cents.
Yeah.
Papa, is there a Black Friday deal on Trezor at the moment? Do you know?
Yeah, you know what? I sent them a direct message. They didn't get back to me. We only got a couple more days to wait. Well, what's the percentage? It was 20% last year.
I got an email. I didn't actually go through the details of the offer, but it had something like 60%, something. I didn't read through it, but
60%.
There's some.
That doesn't sound like the real Trezor to me.
It sounds like a scam.
No.
Make sure you go to the
nothing
direct
official.
website too. Don't.
No.
Go to like the third
Don't
party
click on that.
marketplaces. Yeah.
Don't buy it on Amazon.
Amazon or eBay.
Amazon.
Yeah, stay away from those.
Only order it from Trezor.io. Trezor Black Friday.
You heard it from the expert himself.
I read directions.
There we go. So
Black Friday
20%.
deals.
20%.
That's the same as last year. All right. Let's
Same as
go.
last year. There you go.
What was it where they what was it a couple of months ago? They had like a bundle going on. That was a real good deal. I bought like 6 of them.
Yeah, when they used to do 3-packs, you mean?
Yeah, the 3-packs or something. Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, the 3-packs.
Well, you could, and during Black Friday, it was a 3-pack discount, 3-pack discount plus 20% off last year. But we don't do 3-packs anymore because they've been wiped out in terms of inventory. They've even been going through their sales channel and supplying it directly from their sales channel. So, this is good that they're actually doing the discount at all this year. I jumped the hell on that now. In fact, I will.
Well,
any specific model you recommend or anything?
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry. Any specific model, Papa, you recommend for the audience?
Yeah, definitely. Get the Model 1, that one right there. The one with the 2 buttons. Security is the exact same as the Model T. It's like 1/3 the price. It's great to start off with. It generates a 24-word seed phrase by default. You only need it to hold the ERC20 tokens anyway, and also be compatible with Pulse chain. So it's all right there for you. And you grab yourself a couple of them. Like I said, don't just get 1, get 2 if you've done any stakes or sacrifice, because then you got to do a migration of your MetaMask seed into the first one, and the second one will be a Virgin Vault wallet that you begin with 24 words that were generated directly from the device. And we're happy to lead you through this in chat if you have any questions or problems. We field questions day and night.
Brilliant.
I mean, you got to have these things. I collect them. Like every Black Friday, I think I've been putting on another 10 to 15 of them.
Excuse me, guys.
There's a limit of 5 right now, though. There is a limit of 5.
I dropped the
order.
Telegram chat in the chat, guys. So if you guys want to sit there and talk with Papa B and the other Hexkins on the posts, it's right there.
Yeah, people always try to come to me for this type of stuff. I'm like, look, I'm not the guy. I'm not the expert. You need to go to the experts because I'm not gonna sit here and like figure it out before I talk to you and try to help you. Like that's not the strategy.
No, we're happy to help whenever we can.
Right.
And yeah, look, I mean, some people like Ledger. It's fine if you like Ledger. I like Trezor just because there's fewer workarounds. The look and feel, the whole UI is nice, intuitive, and yeah, they're not as cheap as the Ledger Nano S, but you know, they're rock solid and they're great. They're like disposable toys. You'll go through them later in life. They're bound to break. You don't have to worry about that either. Keep an extra one in your closet. It's fine.
There's a question, Flat Earth Underground. Can you migrate Staker app stakes to Trezor? Well,
Yes. The answer is well. Wait, no. Hold on a second.
Oh, not migrate, but you can import, right?
You can import it, but it becomes its own single signatory for the backend, which is a Gnosis safe. So no, you're not going to be able to migrate your actual stakes onto the wallet like you would if it was a MetaMask, but you can migrate as a single signatory. It'll be complicated. You don't want to do it until version 2 comes out for Staker app. And when version 2 comes out, get this, you're going to be able to get multi-sig for a Staker app. It's going to be awesome. You got multi-sig, you got many different Trezors that it can now be 2 out of 3 or 3 out of 5 signatories. And now you got really good security for the Staker app too.
Boom. You can't lose in Hex, man. It's crazy.
Oh, yeah. So I want to go ahead and bring up the portion about that one. There you go. Okay, we have a Miss Exquisite's Little Hexquisite. She designed the Hex logo and she made her own, additions, and I think she used the Hex colors as well as the pulse, so you can see it resemble there. But along with the Hex merch, when any of these items are purchased, there's going to be a donation to the St. Jude's Children's Hospital, I believe it is. So that's a wonderful idea. Where Hex is inspiring. I think her daughter's 13 years old, so a young Hexican that's already making the world a better place for the children of the world. But okay, so that's awesome. Hex merch is doing that for us, and along with that, everybody knows that Kareem and the Staker team Staker app team are running the contest, a weekly contest. So I thought of, well, how can we get HexAsians to get some get HexAsians name out there a little bit more? So I talked with Kareem and I said, hey, I would like to get HexAsians to for the top 3 winners of the weekly contest. We're going to go ahead and get the hoodies from hexmerch.com, specifically the St. Jude ones that are, eligible for the donation to the top 3 winners. So that was agreed upon. So we will be doing that. I believe the St. Jude's charity thing by Hex Merch is only going to run for 90 days. So that's, that's good in itself, because I think they committed to 100% profits will go to St. Jude's. So that's awesome. Thanks to Hex Merch and Motley and everyone else involved with the Hex Merch site. That's awesome. And I just not only, if you guys would take a look at the website and just, if you like hoodies, if you like that design, just think of, who else it all helps as far as the charity.
Every time I go to that site, I end up having to dump stuff from my cart because you just go through it and you just pick and pick and pick and pick. It's nonstop, bro. I gotta be careful when I'm on that site. I easily spend $200 every time. It's crazy.
Well, Wales, without ever revealing yourself, why do we know that you even wear a shirt?
I don't know why you would know that, but just presume I don't because I'm a whale.
Exactly. Right.
But I got the receipts, so who knows?
Right. It's all on.
Put them on display. Yeah.
So I think Kareem announced today on his the Sunday show for Staker the 3 winners. So he's gonna get the information to me so we can get those first 3 winners their hoodies from Hex Merch. Cool.
So, can I say something? Because this is also something that I realize is unique to Hex. You have community members, right, that are literally trying to find ways to get people out of poverty so they can look at what's going on over here, right? Staker app is giving away Hex, right? They're doing contests to get people to stake 5555. I mean, what's going on? Why are people like this is like next level uh this is next level marketing, right? Like this is giving money away in order to attract eyeballs, right? But in reality, it's not really giving money away. You're trying to give away something, a tool that's a wealth generation mechanism. Like you're not seeing that anywhere else. Period. I mean, look, man, people just gotta learn to listen because this shit is getting crazy. What more do people need to do to to get you in line? Like it's crazy. It's crazy, man. This
And Wells,
community is something else.
and you think that this contest is going to drive that the average staking length?
You're damn
We're at
right.
5.85.
You're damn right.
This is a perpetual contest. This I don't know. There's no end date for this contest. There's going to be a weekly
It's
contest,
every week.
10 winners.
Yeah, every week.
So for 5, people are going to be doing these 555 stakes every week from here on out. That average stake length is going to start. We're going to hit
Yo,
6
if
years.
I need to find this damn link. If you haven't read the rules, you need to. Like
Right.
anybody can win from this. Literally.
Anybody. The 10th place winner staked 6,496 hex. Is it?
Wow. No, y'all need to get it together.
And I think the 10th place was like $300, I think.
Y'all need to just want some financial freedom fast, because they're out here giving it away in this community. So yeah, it's crazy, man. I mean, that kind of thing puts a smile on my face like crazy, because again, where else are you seeing this? I mean, it's people going out of their way to rip you out of poverty. And I know it's hard to understand at the beginning, but damn, just sit down and pay attention for at least half an hour, because the shit could change your life. It could change your life. Nobody out here is really trying to, again, take anything from anybody. I mean, Richard Hart gives it away for free. He set the tone. Simple. So we're out here just trying to replicate and do good. So that is all, man. We just want we all just really want the same things, and that's really the reality of it. I think that's what drives so many of us, right? We all want the same thing. I don't think anybody streams because it's a very cool and untime consuming thing to do. This takes time, this takes effort, and this does wear people down. I mean, it doesn't seem that way because we're just up here just chilling, but it gets tiresome after endless streams. Because I mean, you guys have been doing it for 2 years, damn near. I just been doing it for almost 1. So there you go. Operation Cuatro Cinco. Yeah,
That's
man.
it.
It's real, man. They're giving away money, guys. I mean, do you want to retire or not is the question. And if you do, you might get some more money to make yourself even more retired. Where else?
Yeah,
are you gonna do that at?
Yeah, I think they said I think they pay out in USDC straight to your staker wallet. So if you're the winner, you'll get a notification and you'll see some USDC sitting right there.
That's crazy. And here's the thing, right? The 10th place got $300, and they only stake 6,000 hex. I got like 15,000 hex just sitting liquid in my wallet.
Yep.
So I could have won some money, right?
Yeah.
I would have just staked it. Like, and that's the thing. Like, it's that simple.
You pretty much can stake every day. Every week. Every week, $100, and then you can at least make it once or twice a month, I believe.
Yeah, because everybody doesn't stake all the time, right?
Yeah, that's true. They run out of money. That's what the Kareem said yesterday as well. Some wares run out of money, and eventually you end up in one of these 10 places.
That's right.
And you get your cash.
That's it, baby. I mean, it's all about just being in the mix, right? DCA and consistently taking care of yourself. If you've never read The Richest Man in Babylon, read it. Rule number 1 is pay yourself first. Pay yourself first, because the rest will always be there. But if you're not taking care of yourself, you'll never be able to get anywhere. You'll just be stuck. And this is why you have to find a way to pay yourself first. It's not easy, of course, because for those of us that are working stiffs, it's, it takes money to make money, right? And we don't just have it to, spare. So, learn to be smart, right? Take $100 every week or every other week and stake it, because you might hit a lick, right? That $100 could net you 200, because it only cost, well, not even, well, yeah, 200, right? Because you put it up 100 and you can win 300 in 10th place, and that's the lowest value, right? So think about it. It's a beautiful thing, man. X community is doing big things. It's hard to ignore.
Well, we're almost at the time to do the reveal. If anybody doesn't know what I'm talking about, is the T Money of freedomtv.info. He actually mailed me back the cardboard cutout that I mailed to there it is, that I mailed to the Vegas meetup, and I told everybody, see me in Vegas, and if you were there, you were able to see the picture of me, at least. I said, I'm going to be there one way or the other, and yeah, there it was.
That's awesome.
Yo, Vegas was crazy, man.
We should do it for the London meetup.
Right?
Yeah, I actually I asked Motley. I said, hey, if we know anybody that's willing to do that, I will FedEx this cardboard tomorrow to London. So if I could get an address, I would do it.
Right, it's crazy.
But I guess I'll go ahead and reveal. I'm gonna turn off my camera real quick, and then we'll bring it right up. So
nice.
Hold on.
How many likes do we have now?
It should be 100.
We're at like 78 or something.
Let me check. 77. Come on, there's 90.
Let's go. Let's match watching with likes, and we'll get
Let's get those likeys up.
Oh, Sandy Bees said, hope the cutouts made the documentary. Oh, it'll be good.
Actually, just in the credits, it'll like be floating up on the credits. Like the cutout.
Okay, so I guess we'll go ahead and get it going since
yeah, let's do it. Oh, 90.
We're at 83.
Finbear says,
Okay.
Photoshop a huge bulge on it for laughs. I was thinking, I think just cut out a flap door from behind so people can stick their own bulge through it.
A glory hole. Make a glory hole on it.
Glory hole, yeah.
Glory hole. Oh shit! Are we going down there so quick?
Well,
Okay,
did you
so here-
did you guys see the Photoshop of Richard Hart's? I think it was London. No, it was France. The France photo shoot where he was sitting on his throne.
Oh yeah.
With open legs and somebody with a candle and dicks and two balls next to him.
Yeah,
Jesus
that was nice.
Christ. Okay, so here it comes. You guys see-
Yay.
Hold on. Where are we?
Boom.
Where? Are we?
He's taller than you.
It's a lot greasier and fingerprinty than I thought it would be.
Yeah, I was like, oh my god, is there gonna be something that I don't want to see?
Yo, we definitely had a conversation about that, didn't we, Crypto?
Yeah, we're like, I hope nobody,
draws it
do
on there. They
anything
don't
on
sit
it or
and be
anything,
drawn.
but,
Oh yeah.
there, I'll sit them next to me there.
Oh shit.
Nice.
That's
This is
hilarious.
so funny, man.
You can sit down,
we
that's
have some
cool.
Fun, bro. We be having some fun over here.
There you guys.
Boom. Crypto
Oh,
King
man.
times 2.
Hmm.
That's a
It's
Yo,
Crypto
what-
King and P Crypto King.
I was just gonna ask, like, hey, when do you get 2 T-shirts? I think it's like 5+ years you get 2 T-shirts.
I should wear I should have a pulse shirt on so I could be the pulse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks the same. It's got no value, but I want to dump the original.
Oh my god.
E King.
Oh man, this is so funny. Yo, when we were in Vegas, we didn't foresee a pulse chain at all. That wasn't even a thought. That wasn't even a thought. When Vegas was first drummed up, pulse chain wasn't even a thought. When pulse chain was news, pulse chain became news right before Vegas. It was like April or May when we found out, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, the meetup was May, so
no, the meetup was in June. It was in the end of June. Yeah, it was towards the end of June. But we found out about Pulse Chain like right before that. It was right before that when we found out. But nobody could it was so early days. Hex was 6 cents. Like a lot of people didn't really get it. The community wasn't as big. Things weren't as bullish as they are now, which is funny because with time, this thing just makes more sense. More people start to understand it, right? And I mean, at the time when we were all in Vegas, price was going sideways. Like it just, it was a funky time. And as soon as everybody got back from Vegas, the price just popped. It was the weirdest thing. Because why would you assume that people that are out here already in the system are buying it still? Doesn't quite make sense, right? You're already in it and you supposedly had already benefited from it. But it just never seems that way because when we're not looking at it, it's like the price isn't doing anything. And then when we are, it's like, yeah, that thing is just skyrocketing. So it was interesting. It was interesting. And then look at where we're at now, right? I mean, it's crazy, man. I can't wait for blockchain.
Remember the talks of, the talks of the encapsulated stakes. That was the beginning of some turmoil within the Hex community as well.
Yeah.
I was saying that seems like a lot of like a greed move. That
right.
that
a lot of people didn't like
around.
it. Yeah, a lot of people didn't like it. There was a lot of talk about that, and until people became to understand that everything is happening in hex terms, so it's actually bullish, right? But then there's drawbacks to that also, right? And it's hard. It's not easy because when something is so pure like hex, people don't want to see it tampered with and stuff like that. But look, Pulse Chain is still getting sacked, right? Like the day before yesterday, about 24, 30 hours ago up to this point, somebody sacrificed 2.6 million USDC.
Yep.
Wow.
2.65 million USDC into Pulse.
What?
Yeah.
I mean, but
Papa.
It's crazy, right? Yeah.
How many pulse points is that right now?
22. It was 22 yesterday.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, exactly. I got more pulse than that motherfucker, and I'm not a millionaire.
No. Hey, I'm just thinking maybe that's like a tiny bit of money that he's got, and he goes, yeah, just throw 2.6
You never know.
Yeah, exactly right.
Right, but that's the thing, right? And this has been my message with regards to the sacking. It's not don't sack. It's understand what you're gonna get when you sack because we don't know what's gonna happen when Pulse launches. But I'm gonna tell you guys what. The more ridiculous shit I see like this, the more bullish I get. Because the fact of the matter is that people are starved out there. Right? They're starved for a good blockchain. They're starved for a good network. They're really starved, man. That's what that tells me because why else would you just toss 2 million into something? I don't give a fuck if you got to throw around or not. That's still a lot of money.
Yeah.
Everybody doesn't just have 2 million to toss around, something like that. So it's crazy. Catch you later, Vince. So it's crazy. You gotta pay attention, man. And this thing just looks more bullish by the day.
And the hex price hasn't really felt the effects of the amount of that hex sacrifice yet, right?
Oh hell no!
The price hasn't been realized yet. Yeah.
What was it? 17% of the supply that was sacked.
Yeah,
dude. All right. So let's talk about that for a second, right? Because no matter how you break down hex, everything is bullish. It's crazy. So when we had Big Payday, that was the most selling that ever happened to that point in time in this network, right? Now with this most recent sideways action that we've seen, it's been nonstop selling in terms of the size, right? Like we've seen size get out of this market. I mean, crazy, right? Like you see the numbers. The fiat amount is always greater in terms of exit than it is in terms of entry, right? So what does that mean? Well, what that means is that you're seeing a lot more transactions going in, but you're seeing a lot less dollar value going in. Now, how does that make sense?
Well, let's explain. Where does that data come from? That data is literally coming from the blockchain, right? So the reality is that those people exiting, you're seeing this gap in value from those people exiting to those people entering, right? So what's really happening is that those people buying that hex at that dollar amount, that's what the sellers are actually getting, because everything in between is going to the middleman. So that gap you're seeing in dollar value when people are selling out of their hex, but you see that the transaction number is greater than the actual dollar value. That's because those sellers are actually taking a loss on what they thought they were going to get, because they don't understand how markets work. Markets are not going to give you anything that it's not willing to give you. Simple. So if you see a sale price of, let's say you're selling hex and you got a 20-cent offer, right, on one side, meaning that somebody is willing to sell it to a buyer at 20 cents, but then that buyer is only willing to pay 18.8 cents. That's it. That means that if both sides are using limit orders, that's the only way that both sides get filled at the price that they want. If they're not using limit orders, then that seller or buyer has to meet that other market participant at their level. So when people are exiting at the market, that value that you're seeing on the offer at 20 cents isn't the value that's being exchanged when somebody's buying it at 18.8. So there's a lot of things going on in the background that people can't see. Like, very few are going to understand, and I get it. And this is why I like to explain it, because it's important for people to understand how bullish this is. Like, people are giving up money when they get out of hex, not in just fiat terms, but also in hex terms, right? And you know, when I literally streamed on sentiment yesterday, and it's because when you see people getting out thinking that the project or that the product is done, like, you see these tweets every time hex takes a dip, and every time you see these tweets where people think they're doing something prolific by exiting hex and entering into some other shit coin, that's the bottom. And it hasn't been the case, and it's been the case here again. Once again, we talked about some guy that, hell, not only did he exit, but that motherfucker came in right back in like 2 days later. He exited the 8th, which was the bottom, and came in 2 days later. So again, understand what you own. It's so important. I mean, that's the most important thing I probably ever said, because if you don't, you make mistakes like that, it doesn't matter who you listen to. Right? If you're not understanding what you're doing when you're pressing buy and sell, you could, seriously put your financial future in peril. Like, seriously, because that's the difference between 10 and 5 billion. You don't know. Look at all those people that sold that Bitcoin in year 3, year 2. I bet they're feeling like morons right now. Super morons. So think about it, because it's not easy being rich, and it's even harder being wealthy, right? And there's a reason we have these long, drawn out conversations about this, because everybody wants it, but everybody isn't gonna get it. They're not, and that's just the name of the game, unfortunately. And this is why we have these conversations. I mean, how boring is it, right? This is a pretty boring conversation, but it's an important one, because it's about understanding that you need to do nothing. Like, how hard is that? That's hard for a lot of people. Like, when I
But
first
that's why
started,
we're here.
yeah, when I first
So
started getting into this, right, everybody just wants to click, 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 click. The more activity you think you do, the more money you think you're gonna make, and it's so the opposite. So the opposite. It's crazy.
well,
Yeah.
I think it's going to come more and more people in, since they realize that once you stake, you can't do anything. You're literally just waiting and doing nothing.
Yeah.
So we're coming into live streams, doing websites, analyzing charts, working for
value.
charities. Yeah, we do something. Yeah, because
Look
we
at
have
what you're doing.
we
You're
have
doing
time
one
on
of the
our hand
hardest
now.
things. Yeah, you're doing one of the hardest things that nobody's been able to yet do, and that's translate a whole bunch of stuff. That's hard. Getting stuff translated, it might seem easy, but it's not. because the translation has to be correct.
Exactly.
It can't just be whatever you think it is. Like it's got to be correct. You know,
Yeah.
and that's not easy. You know, like I wouldn't want that job, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It's hard. Like I don't even want to translate stuff in Spanish. It takes time. You know, and making sure that you're relaying the message accordingly is important, and all of these things. Like it's not easy. And you know, you got Hexicans literally taking their time and doing this stuff for free, bro. Like where else are you gonna find this? Nowhere. And the crazy thing is that we don't benefit from doing any of this. We don't.
Right.
We're diluting our bag. We want to share this with the world. We don't have to. And I think that's important. You know, I think that's the most important thing that a lot of people overlook, whether they've been in Hex a long time or not. They don't understand. Nobody has to do anything. Nobody, not even Richard Hart. Pulse Chain is a fucking gift to you. You don't deserve it. He's going out of his way to make it for you. Because a lot of guys, they don't even respect the fact, they don't even respect what he's doing. Why else would they be placating losers? Right? When you're out here saying we need Hex on the Centralized Exchange, man, you placating loser shit. You're not placating winning. Because you think you need a fucking pat on the back for some centralized cocksucker. You're not here for crypto. You need to go. You're here for puny gains. You're not thinking. Look at the rest of the promised coins. Let me know you're thinking. You're lying to yourself because you're not. You can lie to yourself though. You can't lie to me. And you can't lie to all of us that have been doing this and understand the name of the game. Right? You think promoting a centralized, oh, we need Hex in a centralized exchange. Do we? I don't think we do, because we just did a 10,000x without any of them motherfuckers. So you're wrong.
Yeah.
Period.
We were top 3 in the world for a good amount of time.
We're number one,
community.
brother. We're number one. People just don't know it yet.
Right.
That's crazy, bro. That's a fact. That's not an opinion. You guys heard this gentleman that came out of nowhere and explained why. He's not me. He's letting you know the truth. And the people out there with money that understand this basic ass scatter plot chart that is essentially nothing to most people, those of us, or those that do understand and have the funds or the assets to fucking dump and buy Hex with, guess what they're going to do? They're going to do just like that gentleman did, and they're going to FOMO the fuck in. Because again, I say this all the time, nothing like this exists, period. So when people discover that chart, they're not asking any more questions. You guys heard it you guys heard a first-hand account. First-hand account. I don't know that guy. He's never met me. That's a first-hand account. I am not lying. You're out here looking for the wrong type of virality, and you just don't know it. You just don't know it. You think pump and dump hands is cool? You're a moron. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You need to step your game up, because that shit isn't adding value long term. That's that bullshit. So straight up. Yep. That's that bullshit. Because what are you gonna get from somebody that's coming here for a good time, not a long time? Exactly what you're gonna get. Bullshit.
Yep. I even asked the Hex Japan Telegram to make me a flyer in Japanese, with some good appealing, to appeal to the people that see the flyer.
Correct.
Because I plan on walking around in, Tokyo with the shield and just having people come up to me. What is that shield? Read this.
Yeah, the cops will come up to you first saying, "What is this shield?"
Oh shit! Right. But hey, on board the cops, baby. They need some Hex too.
There you go.
We kind of provide freedom to everybody, right?
They're gonna say, "Read this ticket." Okay.
Hey man, they might take that ticket back, bro. You never know.
Yeah, like, I can afford to pay
it. Oh man, it's crazy, bro. But people gotta understand, man. This is real. We don't need third parties. You don't gotta agree with it, but that's too bad, because that's just true. If the first
we might mess around and get some Japan taxis wrapped in Hex, just like the London taxis.
Oh, there you go.
Let's fund that, Papa B. Let's get it done.
All right, after you.
It's not a bad idea though, right? It's not a bad
Taxis
idea.
they're a beast out here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
true.
that'd be a good idea in New York too. Anywhere where you got cars rolling all over the place. And these cats are broke, so they need the funds. Not a bad idea. Not like we couldn't get a deal. Pay them some hex, take it for them for a year. They'll fucking figure it out. I mean, that's a true gift. You know, that's a true gift. Sometimes you gotta scam people into freedom. And that's what Richard Hart has figured out. Right? That's why Hex looks like a scam to most people, because they don't know shit. They only look at the surface. You know, they don't actually. I mean, imagine if we never looked further. I wonder what if I would have never clicked on that YouTube thumbnail that I randomly found, because I had once known Richard Hart, and I had once was learning to code. That's it. What if?
Now you
Yeah.
get
Yeah, just the other day, I went to Tokyo to hang out with my son, and I rode the train with you guys. You know my digital hat that I wear,
right?
And I had the scrolling Japanese message, hex.com, and some Japanese some words about how awesome Hex is or whatever. And I'm on the train riding it, and I'm just standing there looking at everybody. I know they're reading it.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure they're like, what the fuck? They're looking at their phone. Hex.com. What the fuck? Yeah. No, hey.
They're more like strange gaijin on subway. Report now.
That's crazy.
Hey, I do whatever it takes. I get the message out there. Hey, screw it.
And it works.
Hey, that guy looks funny. Yeah, I'm funny and rich.
Yeah, but it works.
Call the police. And when they raid the house and all they find is the cutout.
You can take this guy. Arrest him. It was him.
Oh shit. That's so funny, man. Because it's so true.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
And then once they've finished with Crypto King, they realize he was related to Papa B, and then they raided his apartment.
Great. I need this.
Yes. Yep. And they find him in an alternate universe, much younger, but still without hair, doing something like that.
What are you doing? What's
Yes, that was an alternate universe with still no hair, but with lots of porn, Papa B. Yes. Of course.
A younger version of present day Papa B.
Yeah. The thing that wasn't quite accurate was the covering up at the end, because I'd be like,
look,
because you won't.
Yeah, that's so true.
Hang on.
Next?
No, you don't want to be like that guy from the Naked Director, right? You're getting arrested, for distributing content.
Don't you know that I am a genius? That was the very end of the Naked Director was so. What a beautiful flick that was, or series.
I'll tell you what, I'm happy to be acting. Every day is a good day. That's all I know. We always have fun, man, and it's good.
Yeah.
It's better that way, right? When you're just doing the right thing, you don't have to think about anything. You can just have a good time, and I think that's what a lot of people miss with what's going on here. We could talk about having fun. We could talk about saving yourself from poverty, all in the same stream, because it's one and the same for us. I mean, where else do you find that? You don't find that anywhere else. I mean, it's crazy.
Sounds good.
Thanks.
Go ahead.
Sorry. And thanks to the Staker app now. Yeah, thanks to the Staker app, you can make even more money now just by staking 5555.
Just by staking, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, look, people gonna figure it out when it's too late, and I've been saying this from day one. Stop playing games. Do your homework. Nobody here is telling you what to do, but we're gonna tell you where to look. That's it. Like that gentleman that was on earlier. He literally saw what he heard Richard Hart talking about it, ended up finding my stuff, and ended up confirming it himself. He literally told you guys just that. A non-participant in the streaming nexus of our community. He came on just to share his story, just so people can understand, right? that it's on you at the end of the day. I can tell you everything. It doesn't mean anything if you don't take the action. It's just like Papa B can sit here and tell you what to do with your with your security measures. If you don't do it, that's on you. It's not on him. It's not on us. So take care of yourself first and foremost, and that's the best advice anybody could give you, because nobody else is gonna do it for you like you can. So take care of yourself, man.
Sounds good. On that note, I think we should probably call it. So now 45. We did break we haven't broken that record for a while, so let's just call it. Any last words before we close out? Chats even.
Hope everybody has a.
Go ahead, Will.
No, I was just gonna say. I was just gonna say that too. I hope everybody has a good day, and don't forget the steak, man, because now Operation Cuatro Cinco is a thing.
Yep.
I say steak long and strong, like my ding dong.
It's like your ding dong. You have to use it every night. How you? Oh no, I'm not even gonna go there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh shit!
See everybody next week,
All
or
right, see you next week.
every other stream that we have.
Everyone be safe, be blessed.
Yeah.
Steak long and strong. Let's go.
Sounds good. All right, see you in the next one.
See you later, guys.
HexAsians is a proud member of the Discourse Syndicate Network.